What if the opportunity you've been waiting for is already making its way towards you? If it is, would you recognize it? Welcome to Celestia Astrology, Astro Mindfulness. These guided journeys weave together astrology, mindfulness, and imagination, exploring the living landscapes hidden within the zodiac. Through story, reflection, and the breath, we step out of ordinary time and into sacred time, where symbols speak, questions deepen, and insight often arrives by unexpected paths. This meditation is inspired by Sagittarius I, the Decan known as the poisoned arrow. You may be here because you have planets in this part of the sky. Perhaps the sun, moon, or another planet is moving through this landscape right now. I'm recording it at the time of a full moon in Sagittarius I. Or perhaps something in its themes has quietly caught your attention. These journeys are timeless. You can return to them whenever the questions feel alive, whenever the landscape calls, or whenever you find yourself standing at a crossroads and wondering which horizon is truly yours. So I invite you now to settle yourself into a comfortable position. You might like to sit while you do this meditation, and if you do, sit straight and allow your feet to connect with the floor or the ground beneath you, and keep your back straight. You might prefer to lie down, and some people prefer to walk while they meditate. Whatever works for you is always best. Notice all the places where your body is supported. Whichever position you've decided, there'll be points of contact with either the chair, the floor, or where you're lying. Just notice those points of contact and feel the support that you have from the earth beneath us and the connection that you make. Gently allow yourself to settle into the stillness of the present moment. There's nowhere else you have to be right now. There's nothing else you have to be doing. And allow your awareness to move to the gentle rise and fall of your breathing. All there is to focus on right now is your breathing. Simply this breath, and then the next one. And as your breath settles into its own rhythm, every time you breathe out, allow yourself to release some of the tension that your body may be holding from your day, your week, or your month. Maybe there's tension in your body. Maybe there's tension that you're holding in your jaw, in your shoulders, in your back. Every time you breathe out, see if you can release a little bit more of that. And as you breathe, notice if there's a place in your body where you feel that breath the most. Maybe it's at the tip of your nose or the back of your mouth, down your throat, or further down into your heart center, in your lungs, your diaphragm, down into your stomach. It doesn't matter where that place is. This is personal to you. But once you've noticed what that place is, bring your attention only to that place and practice breathing in and out of that one place. In mindfulness, we call this place your mindful anchor. You can practice breathing in and out of this place, and whenever your attention drifts, you can return back to your mindful anchor. And you can return to your mindful anchor at any point in your day if you need to take a small break. You can take 1 breath, 3 breaths, 10 breaths, however long you've got time for, just to give yourself a short break, a quick check-in with your body. And your body will know what to do the more that you practice breathing into your mindful anchor. As you're breathing into your mindful anchor, and the concerns of the day have softened and faded away. Feel another rhythm beginning to emerge, a rhythm of stories, memory, a rhythm that's connecting you with the stars. You're moving into sacred time. With your next inhale, imagine yourself joining me in a visualization. And as you exhale, find yourself standing beneath an immense pre-dawn sky. You can still see the stars, and the air feels cool against your skin. The scent of wild grasses is lingering on the breeze. Allow yourself to adjust and simply stand here. What does the air feel like and smell like for you? The wind moves some grasses gently around you. Some of them touch against your leg as the wind is moving them. How do they feel? Maybe soft or silky. Perhaps carrying drops of morning dew. Somewhere high above, a skylark rises into the growing light. Can you hear its call? Its song seems impossibly small beneath such a vast sky, and yet somehow it fills the space around you. Allow yourself to simply listen, just enjoying the sound. And your eyes continue to wander across the landscape until something catches your attention. You see a movement far away on a ridge, still touched by starlight. You notice a white horse. Its coat is gleaming softly against the dark horizon. It lowers its head for a moment. It's grazing amongst the grasses, and then it looks up. And you seem to have the curious feeling that it's almost been expecting you. The horse turns ahead of you and it begins to walk. The inside you senses that this is the direction you're meant to travel, and you want to follow. The path is not obvious at first. Sometimes it appears clear beneath your feet, but other times it fades into the grasses. And yet you're able to walk confidently on. Your breath remains your companion. You breathe into your mindful anchor, knowing that you are safe here. It offers you a steady rhythm beneath the journey. You notice that dawn is breaking along the horizon. And you're enjoying noticing things around you. You see a line of birds crossing the sky. You try and identify them. And as you continue to walk, you notice a weathered marker stone beside the path. And you bend down just to touch it. That old stone. How does it feel to you? And as you touch it, you notice the clouds. There's a shifting shape that you can see in them. And through them you catch the first hint of morning light. At first these seem like small or ordinary things, but here in this place they seem to carry a quiet significance. You can't quite explain it at first, but you're noticing it and gathering all this information. You notice that there's another standing stone appearing ahead. It looks like it's half buried in the earth now. As you approach, you notice its surface is marked with spirals and symbols that have been softened by centuries of wind and rain. Of course, you need to get closer. You look around to check it's okay to touch it. Run your hand across the stone. How does it feel? You can trace the grooves beneath your fingertips still. Which symbol has drawn your attention first? Do you know if there's a reason why you were drawn to that one? Is it familiar? Does it connect with a memory or remind you of something or someone? You may not know. Not every sign arrives with a full explanation. Some simply ask us to notice. And because you've stopped, you look up and you notice that the horse is waiting nearby patiently. You sense that you're moving together through this landscape. As though this horse, who appears to be wild, understands that there's no need to rush here. Have you received any message from this ancient standing stone? When you feel ready, you continue on. The landscape seems to be opening up as the sky is growing brighter. You notice that you have a sense of being accompanied, that you're not all alone in this place, even as you follow the horse. It's difficult to describe, but you sense a widening, an expansion, a quiet generosity woven into this world around you. How the path seems to appear just when it is needed, the moment that you become unsure about it. How the weather has been shifting just at the right moment, and the light appears just as you needed it. You begin to ponder the question about how guidance shows up in your life. Whether it's dramatic and obvious, or whether it often arrives disguised as coincidence that you might easily dismiss. Maybe you've experienced good timing before, or unexpected help. Perhaps a feeling that you're exactly where you need to be. As you continue on, you notice that you're closer to the horse now. As you catch up with it, you almost miss the reason. You notice it's nuzzling in the grasses and you think it's feeding, but you realize that there's something hidden there. As you look at what it's found, you pick up an arrow. Its wood is dark with age. It's much older than anything you'd be familiar with now. There's feathers on it, but they have faded. For the longest time you simply hold it. Feel the weight of it. It seems older than even the road itself. Now you you able to say what it is about this object that's capturing your attention now? Maybe it feels familiar to you. You trace your hands along the wood. It feels smooth, worn by time and use. And then as your fingers close around it, the world begins to shift and change. The landscape softens and the sky blurs, and you feel time itself fold in around you. You feel yourself in a memory, but not one that you're trying consciously to find. It may be one that arrives of its own accord. Previous crossroads, perhaps a conversation or a decision, a moment when life opened a door for you. Perhaps a time when you stood before an opportunity and you hesitated. Perhaps when you sensed something important and you turned away. For what reason? Just observe the scene without any judgment or needing to change it. Looking back on this time now, what was trying to emerge? What possibility was asking to be recognized? Allow the memory to linger. And then watch as it slowly fades, and another is taking its place. It's a different road, a decision that you took, something that you chose, you committed yourself to. Perhaps you worked hard and succeeded. Perhaps you became very good at walking that particular path, and yet as you look at it now, something feels different. You can see the effort, the achievement, but you also sense a distance. Maybe part of you never fully arrived. As though the arrow struck the target, but the target was never fully yours. As you watch that memory, you stand quietly with that realization. Some of our dreams have a season. Some of our ambitions teach us what we need to learn before asking to be released. Perhaps there was never any mistake, it was a teacher. But what did it teach you, or what did it reveal about who you are? And also who you are not. Once more the visions dissolve, and the landscape of your journey slowly returns, and you find that the white horse is right beside you. You still have the arrow in your hand, but now it feels different. How would you describe what it feels like? Maybe a reminder, a compass, or a question. Keep it with you as you rise and continue walking. There's a bit of a climb now, and the grasses grow shorter. The wind a little stronger. And ahead of you, the horse is moving towards a higher ridge, overlooking the world and the landscape below. You pause occasionally to catch your breath, to look around, to see how far you've come, to notice how much further you can see now. And finally, at last, you reach the summit, and the world has opened up before you. You see valleys and rivers, roads disappearing before the horizon. The morning sky is stretching endlessly above, with its promise of the day ahead. And now there's nothing to do except stand and look. The horse rests and grazes nearby you. The first rays of sunlight are spilling across the land, lighting it with gold. Something within you begins to settle. As you process those visions that you had when you first held the arrow, perhaps it feels like a recognition that there's a gift that you carry. It's not linked to any one achievement, role or title, but it's much deeper than that. Something that remains within you and with you no matter where life takes you. It has travelled with you through every chapter. What is it? Can you name it? How does it feel? Allow whatever arises. Perhaps there'll be words, images, feelings or memories. Trust whatever form it takes. As the sun continues to rise and warm your skin, you look towards the distant horizon and the arrow is still resting in your hand. Through all those roads you've travelled through your life, the ups and downs, the successes and the disappointments, through the wrong turns or the right turns, and every unexpected blessing, a question begins to emerge and land in your mind. Why has this path continued to call to me? Does this arrow you hold still point towards your horizon? Allow this question to settle and rest within you. There's no need to answer it today unless an answer has naturally come up. Some questions are like companions that they travel with us and they change as we change. They can deepen. Stay here for a few moments, just breathing and watching the morning light spread across the landscape. Listening to the wind and breathing into your mindful anchor. When you are ready to integrate everything that you've experienced and learned, breathe in as you turn the question over in your mind. Why has this path continued to call to me? And breathe out. Releasing any resistance to naming and claiming your gift. Breathe in and consider why this path continues to call to you. And breathe out, releasing any resistance to naming and claiming your gift. Breathe in and consider why this path continues to call to you. And breathe out, releasing any resistance to naming and claiming your gift. When you feel ready, you go to say goodbye to the horse and thank him for guiding you through your journey. And you begin to allow the visualization of the landscape, the high ridge and the arrow in your hand to fade softly. As you gently return your awareness to your body and the room around you. Return your awareness to the places where your body is supported and the connection that it's making. Keep breathing into your mindful anchor and notice how sacred time is beginning to fold gently back into ordinary time. Yet still something of the journey remains with you. The horse that guided you, the potential of the horizon, and the arrow that held those visions and that memory for you. And the questions, perhaps they will continue to travel with you long after this meditation has ended. Take a breath, inhale, and let it go. When you feel ready, if you close your eyes, gently open them. Stretch out your arms and wiggle your fingers. Stretch your legs and move your toes. Thank you for sharing this journey with me. Until next time, may you continue to notice the signs and trust your path. Remain curious about the horizons still waiting to be explored. Travel well, friends.